Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
Hi, Todd. Nice to be here with you.
It's time for our tale of the tape, Joe Louis. He's 6'2" tall, 181 pounds, one of the best right hands in the business. And they'll be facing Muhammad Ali. They call him the Louisville Lip. He weighed in at 210 pounds.
Todd, this is well anticipated. I'm so looking forward to this tear-up. These two are really up for it. You know what? Nobody believes they're going to lose.
The one and only Joe.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, an iconic longtime world champion who defended his title for a record of 12 years, introducing a heavyweight champion of the world, the one and only Brown Bomber, Joe Louis. Fighting out of the blue corner, introducing in this corner, undefeated in his campaign with a record of 20 wins, no losses, 16 wins coming by way of knockout. The renowned U.S. Olympic gold medalist and the newly crowned heavyweight champion of the world, the Louisville Lip, Muhammad Ali.
So they stare into each other's eyes one final time, touch gloves, and get prepared for battle.
Todd, I'm going to stay here till the end of the night, because if you're a fight fan like me, this is what I live for.
Under the bright lights here for this one, really good matchup, and we're hoping for a really good fight. And we're off and running between these two really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. The straight right just misses. The courage on display here is incredible. Counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
If you're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
The straight right just misses. Those counter punches have to hurt. Well done with that counter shot. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
If you work out there to this, you're better than this kid. Go back out there and win the round. The middle, you can't miss him. Great work. Stay focused and let him back. Don't worry about that round. Don't worry about it. Let's go out there. Let's reset. Forget about that round. It was a bad round. We don't care. Go sticking a few body shots in there. There you go. Great work. Still this fight, and now you've let him get back into it. Now it's a tough fight. Don't give him no free shot.
Here we go, round 2. Who's going to land the first big shot? Coming off a very tough round, let's see what they do here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight, not yet, not until your senses have come back.
That left-handed jab doesn't quite score. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Timing beats speed. Speed beats power. This fighter focuses on those long, straight punches, staying on the outside, and winning round after round.
Outside fights create so much unpredictable movement. Move left to right, box forward, box backwards. You don't know if they're going to attack or defend. Nightmare fighters.
Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than have to.
The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
Wow, you know what, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, bell, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
Relax. You got complacent. The fight's not over. You change too much. Keep doing what you're doing. The gaps will appear. Now you've let him back into it. Get your mind back on the job. That's a terrible round, that is. Come on. You've let him back into the fight. You're much better than this guy. Don't be looking at for one shot at a time. Set him up. Push him back together and put it back on him this round. You're thinking you're smart. You weren't loading up, and you're still letting you get back out there and win the round. You're starting to make about the defense on the end of what you do. Good work.
The referee calling for seconds out.
Mind on the job.
And there's the bell to start round 3. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
That left hook missed. Can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're gonna get knocked out. You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. Beautiful counter punch. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
One punch could end this fight for either of these two heavyweights.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Catch and shoot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Nice counter shot. Nice counter shot. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter and the cornermen.
On to the 4th we go. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Both men step back for just a moment. As we burn through these rounds, this aggressive fighter continues to come forward, seemingly with endless energy, Johnny.
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Just missed with that hook. Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Tried to score with that hook, but missed. It's all offense all the time. The straight right just misses. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
For Bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest.
Back into the fray here in round 5. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
They hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Truly elite-level stuff here.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas, over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
Can't find a home with that jab. Just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch.
Shot, and down goes Ali. Everything looks better in slow motion. Let's take another look.
I've got to see that again.
One, two, three, four, five. Listen to me. Are you okay?
Looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
I love the response though. Got back up, took a deep breath, thought, right, brush it off, get on with the job.
Don't be looking there for one shot at a time. See what this fight doing. Come on. You've led him back into this. You're better than this. Don't be shattered. He's hurt. He's ready to go, but you've got to be smart. Otherwise, you'll see it.
This is the beginning of round 6. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They've staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
They're both trying for a knockout. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. Hook misses. One punch changes everything in this division. It's the heavyweights.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a terror. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. One of the all-time greats, Joe Louis, is down. Thank goodness we've got instant replay. We get to see it again.
I need to see that again.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the biggest surprises of the year.
What a build-up. What a journey towards this fight. What a fight itself. The crowd enjoyed it. The fighters enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed it. And what a way to end the fight. There's no mistake there about who won. What a shot.
What a crisp, cool evening. We are live outside at Empire Fight Camp. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
It's going to be unbelievable. The fans, everybody around the world, the fighters. This is just one of those things.
And now it's time for the tale of the tape. It's Roy Jones Jr. He tipped the scales at 72 kilos, 180 centimeters tall, with a reach of 188. And standing across the ring from him, perhaps the greatest to ever do it, Sugar Ray Robinson. Out of Harlem, New York, 72.6 kilos. He's 180 centimeters tall with a reach of 184 centimeters.
Talk about hot seats in the house. I am so lucky to be sat where I am watching this fight live. I can tell my grandkids about this.
It's Roy Jones.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Pensacola, Florida, here is a middleweight, a super middleweight, a light heavyweight, and a heavyweight champion of the world, Roy Jones Jr. Fighting out of the blue corner from New York, here is one of boxing's all-time greats with 174 wins in his 201 fights. A welterweight champion of the world, a 5-time middleweight champion of the world, Sugar Ray Robinson.
Lots of hype as they will fight into the night. We're outdoors for this big main event.
You can hear the noise, you can hear the fans. I've been to many, many fights like this, and it's very, very eerie.
What a great venue and what a great matchup. Cannot wait for this one. These athletes have promised us a war. Let's see if they deliver. Neither fighter willing to slow down. No rest for the weary. That jab misses. Fight night, and as you can see, it is night as we fight under the stars for this big, highly anticipated main event.
How picturesque is this, Todd? How perfect is this? It's perfect for us, not for the fighters because they're the ones getting hit, but for us, how picturesque is this? This is what it's all about. This is the beauty of our sport.
Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? They landed a good jab there. Right hook is finding its target. They have no respect for each other's punching power. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
You're much better. He's like your great round. Now relax. Stay focused. Don't back on him this round. Get out there and switch on. Get this. Good work out there. The jab's working nice. Those 1-2s straight. Yeah, you've got to go out there and win this round. You had everything in the bag. Now you've let him back into it. Right, let's go out there. Get your boxing back together. Listen, be smart when you go out there.
That sounds beautiful, that's it. Start sticking in a few body shots in there.
Boy, stepping around. He was close to this fight, and now
You were thinking...
And there's the bell for round 2. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Counterpuncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
That hook doesn't score. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Perfectly matched, skillful.
Oh, hold on a second, Johnny. Can you believe it? Roy Jones Jr. is on the back foot now. And apparently no rest for the weary. Thought about taking a breath, but instead, they're in there throwing bombs again.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
How did he absorb that hook? And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. It's bombs away. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Did you see that? Roy Jones Jr. in trouble. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
I need you to go back out there. You need to win this round. Get your mind back.
Doing the gap through the pair. Relax now. I don't want you to load up.
Get your shots off and don't give him anything. Go back and win the round. All right? It's only one round that you've lost. Don't worry about it. I need you to focus on what you're doing. You don't want to lose this fight, do you?
See it and ride it out. Go up there and finish him.
Up there and win the round. Get back behind the jab. Basic. Just get
Down the middle. You can't miss him. Great work. Stay focused. Don't lose.
this boxing back together. That was a terrible round, that is.
You're getting your timing already. The right hand's beautiful.
The referee
That's it.
calling for seconds out as we get set for another round.
Back together and go out there and put.
Great work. Stay focused. Don't let him back into the fight. Don't give.
And there's the bell for round 3. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. Looking to land the hook. Swing and a miss with that hook. The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Well done with that counter shot. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round.
switch on.
Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Bell, ring away.
Here we go to the fourth round. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Just missing with the right uppercut. These two fighters are made for one another. Punch, counter punch. The straight right just misses. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Well done with that counter shot. Off the charts action from both of these fighters. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Do you believe this? He misses with that jab. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something. On to the fifth we go. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
Middleweights always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, Mr. I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable at middleweight.
You'd like to see more jabs. There's a right hand. That counter shot lands. Roy Jones Jr., believe it or not, may want to take a knee here. Looks like trouble was averted.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Get focused and get your mind on the job.
This is the beginning of round 6. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
that jab. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain then.
The straight right just misses. Back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
This fight, hold her right there. Can you believe it? Roy Jones Jr. is on the back foot now. And it appears they weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again.
Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. Roy Jones Jr. in trouble. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Win the round on your jab.
Okay, I'm happy. I like that round. Good work. You were thinking he was...
I need you to switch back on, get focused, and get your mind.
Don't forget the jab and don't get carried away. Think about the defense in the end.
And there's the bell for round 7. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there. These guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
This fight has a real good flow to it. Always got to keep the head moving. Swing and a miss with that hook. Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Just misses with the right uppercut. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Roy Jones Jr., believe it or not, may want to take a knee here. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards, gonna need a knockout.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
Close to this fight, and now you're letting back into it. Now,
Flip there. You were thinking he was smart. You weren't loading up.
yeah, go out. The first minute, stick on the jab, and then start gathering your pace and win this round back. Take away that confidence. Stop him in his tracks. I need you to focus.
You're getting your timing already. The right hand's beautiful. That's it.
Into this. You're better than this kid. Go back out there and win the round.
Wow, great work.
And there's the bell for round 8. After that last round, something has got to change.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Can you believe it? Roy Jones Jr. is on the back foot now. did they survive that?
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What will they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Deciding to let it all hang out. Whoa, wait a minute. Roy Jones Jr. in trouble. No, we don't see a knockdown.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Misses that uppercut. Robinson got buzzed there. He's in trouble. That was the moment.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Roy Jones Jr., believe it or not, may want to take a knee here. Some might have thought the fight a little bit closer, but the judges are in agreement. A unanimous decision win.
What a whitewash. You know, that's skills, that's class, that's levels. One is up there, one is down there, but you know what? The loser is going to have to learn a big, hard lesson. I totally agree.